Hey guys, Mike here from Panther Hollow Sporting Optics. Today we're looking at a new rest that just came in. This is a target shooting ink rest. This is the model 2400 rifle rest. This is a bench rest or F-class rest for F open. The guys I shoot with, they call it F-class, but it's really on a bench. So it's kind of a long-range bench match, if you want to call it that. F-class, typically you're laying prone on the ground and shooting, but there's like 5 clubs around here that do F-class off of a bench. And what it is for some of the older guys that actually can't get down on their belly and shoot. So I shoot in those matches. I typically shoot FTR. I've been building this bench rest rifle here, and it's chambered in 6GT. So this was my old rest right here. This is an old Caldwell rest. It done me well. So I needed to upgrade, and not that I wasn't shooting good scores out of this. I was doing okay, but I just wasn't doing as good as the guys that were shooting these types of rests. Okay, so I upgraded my equipment and I upgraded my rifle to a point. 6GT is a nice caliber. Now my other one was a 6 PPC, and then it was a 6 bench rest, a 6 BR, and I changed it to a 6 Creedmoor. I just really like the Creedmoor round, and I also really like the GT round. Now we're also going to do another thing. We're going to weigh the 6 Creedmoor, which is my other rifle, and we're going to weigh this rifle, and we're going to do a little bit of a recoil comparison out of this rest. I mean, this rest, if you see, I can't lift that gun up because of how this front end's captured here. It just slides back and forth like so. So this would be a really good way to measure recoil. There's a lot of debate on recoil and certain rounds, 6mm. To me, guys, the word is felt recoil. Okay, so it's what you feel. Take that with a grain of salt. People feel recoil differently. I am a bigger guy. I'm going to feel recoil from a rifle differently than somebody that weighs 150 pounds. Now you can measure that, and that's kind of what we're going to attempt to do. The loads I'm running are going to be H4350 loads, 35.8 grains of H4350 on a 6GT with a 105 bullet. Okay, we're going to be shooting factory ammo out of the other rifle. So I'm going to get my other rifle put up here just to have a little comparison. Stand by. All right, we're back. This is my 6 Creedmoor. It's a bench rest F-class open style rifle. Both of these rifles are single shot Remington true actions. This one has a PTG aftermarket bolt in it, and that one has a factory bolt in it. We're going to weigh these two rifles and see what they weigh before we do the recoil test and shoot off this new rest. Okay, now I've shot off this rest a little bit. The gun seems to track really well in it. Way better than this. Okay, so if you've watched any of my other videos where I compare stuff, you know, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke. More typically equals more. It's true in optics, it's true in rifles, and it's true in rests. Okay, so when you typically spend more money on something, you're typically going to get something better. So let's weigh these rifles. Let's weigh the 6 Creedmoor, let's weigh the 6GT and see what they weigh, and then we'll see which one has the weight advantage, and then we'll see which one has the recoil advantage. Okay, stand by. All right guys, you can see this is my 6 Creedmoor. Let me back off a little bit here so you can see it. That's my 6 Creedmoor, and you can see that thing weighs 16 pounds. Okay, so let's go put the 6GT on there and see what it weighs. Stand by. All right guys, there is 1 pound difference between these rifles. 1 pound difference between the 6GT. So the 6GT has a weight advantage over the 6 Creedmoor. Okay, so there's the 6 GT suspended there, and she weighs 17.1 pounds, where my 6 Creedmoor weighs 16 pounds, okay? So let's get them out to the range and see how they perform on the new rest. Stand by. All right guys, I'm just gonna shoot a couple here to get a baseline on my 6 Creedmoor on speed. I have to take the bump out off the front of this thing to keep from turning up my magneto speed. So we've got the 6 Creedmoor setting up here. We're gonna get a few measurements on speed and then we'll start the recoil part, okay? Stand by. Okay, so there we go. We're at 3,000 some feet a second, okay? So now we're gonna start the recoil part. I'll back off the camera here so you can kind of see what's up. Okay, my 6 Creedmoor, I'm gonna take everything off the front of it so I can put the bump out pad back on. Stand by. All right guys, I'm gonna fire a few rounds right here. I want you to watch the distance between this and the rifle. And see who out there can tell me which one recoils more. The 6 Creedmoor or the 6 GT. Now remember, the 6 Creedmoor is moving faster, and I'm gonna show that to you in a second. It's 3,000 feet a second. It's moving faster with a heavier bullet, and this gun is 1 pound lighter, okay? So it's 1 pound, 1 ounce lighter than my 6 GT. So let's see what happens here. Stand by. There's 3 rounds with the 6 Creedmoor. Let me switch out rifles and we'll move on to the magneto speed test. Stand by. All right guys, here we have my 6 GT. We're gonna look at the velocity real quick here. Zoom this in for you guys here, get her in focus. All right, so this is a 6 GT. This is a 105 sitting on 35.8 grains of H4350. Let's see what kind of speeds we get out of this thing. Ooh, that's pretty good. 2889. Do another one here real quick. 2884. Already got a little bit of deviation going on there, not bad. That's about what I see. That deviation will fluctuate up and down with this load. Now let's do 3, and let's see how it recoils. Stand by. All right guys, here goes 3 rounds, 6 GT, recoil test. All right. Did you guys see a difference? Let's get back in the shop for some final thoughts. Stand by. All right, guys. What'd you think about that? Now, I haven't looked at the recoil part of the video. I've not watched that yet. So, in essence, you guys will be able to develop an opinion before I do. I don't know how much this was moving up here between the 2 rifles. I know that the 6 GT had every advantage. So you guys let me know down below. I mean, this is an interesting topic, one that I've been talking about for a while. I actually thought they shot pretty similar. This one felt really well, even though this rifle is a pound lighter. Okay, it's a pound lighter, shooting a heavier bullet moving at just over 100 feet a second faster than this guy right here. I mean, guys, that is by no way, shape, or form a scientific analysis, if you want to call it that, of recoil. But I can tell you, neither one of these guns have muzzle brakes. Okay, they're in the same exact wood stock. These wood stocks are exact. Only difference is that this one's about 12 years old and that one's brand new. They're built the same. Both barrels are about the same. This one's a touch longer. It's got a tuner on the end of it. Scope wise, they're about the same weight. This is a Valdata Spider. This is an Athlon Aries ETR. Not a typical bench rest scope by no means. This one's probably more along the line of an F-class or bench rest scope right here. 1/8 inch minute adjustment. Nice little scope if you guys have never looked at a Spider. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Again, this is not scientific at all. This is just my way of showing if there's guys out there griping about recoil. I mean, I don't know how you get a whole lot softer than a 6 Creedmoor. I mean, really, 6 Creedmoor is a great round. The one thing about barrels and barrel life that everybody gripes about 6 Creedmoor, barrel life is directly related to heat. So if you notice I have a heat sticker on this barrel right here. I run a heat sticker on some other barrels. Just started doing that, by the way. So I can monitor the heat on those barrels. Heat causes issues with the barrel. It decreases the barrel life. So that's one thing associated with 6 Creedmoor that you hear all the time. You know, they say around 1,500 to 2,000 rounds depending on how you run a 6 Creedmoor, barrel life wise. Well, you're only looking at another 500 rounds right here, supposedly. Okay, I don't know that for a fact yet because I've never shot out a 6 GT barrel. I have shot out 6 Creedmoor barrels. Okay, I have a McGowan Precision barrel. It's got 2,500 rounds on it, and it doesn't shoot. You know, it doesn't shoot what I would consider to be match grade accuracy anymore. It's about 3/4 of an inch or over sometimes, depending on what load it is. Now this was factory ammo. These were hand loads. You still seen the difference in speed, okay? If anybody has any questions about this rest, this Target Shooting Inc. This is a model 2400 rest, and with how you see it sitting here is $1,200. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.